Hey songwriters, welcome back to this edition of At Home Songwriting. Today we're starting our adventure outside in the cold here in Minnesota because I wanted to show you how I wrote a song last weekend, and part of the ideas came to me when I was outside. So I wanted to tell you the whole story of how I wrote my song. So I'm going to show you some of the winter wonderland here, and then I'll show you how I wrote the song as well. So let's go. So you want to know how I wrote this song. So it really started Saturday morning, January 1st. I joined the Singer-Songwriter Challenge on Facebook. It's a group that was started by some people here in Minnesota, and each week or every 2 weeks they give you a prompt, and the idea here is to write a song with the prompt and then you post a video of it. So my day started by sitting on the couch, kind of scrolling through the computer like I always do, and I remembered, oh, the prompt came out today because it's the first one of the year, so I was like, sweet, let's do this. So I go to the website and I pull it up and I see the first word, the first prompt is the word plunge. So now that I have this word, I have to start thinking about, what is the topic going to be? What is my song going to be? Like, the first thing I thought of was, like, polar plunge, but I was like, I don't know if that would, people know that, but I don't know if it would relate to a whole bunch of people. So I was kind of wanting to write something that was really more fit for, like, my own personal album, and I just don't think me as an artist, I don't think that I really sing about a polar plunge because I haven't done it. I'm probably not going to do it. Nothing against people that do, but I just don't think that I would do it. So really this journey began by I found the prompt and started thinking about, well, what does plunge mean, right? So I decided to head on down to my studio down in the basement. I have a room where I have all my music stuff set up all the time. It's where I record all the videos, it's where I write all my songs, record all the stuff. And so I decided, I want to make a track that has like kind of a chunka acoustic guitar in the beginning that kind of has this cool kind of groove to it, right? And then I decided, maybe in the verse it has the chunka, kind of simple, maybe a little bit of a beat behind it. And then when you get to the chorus, I wanted it to open up and be more of like a strummed guitar, kind of creating this contrast thing. So even though I had the word plunge in my head, I didn't really know what the song was going to be about yet. So I started making the track first, and it started as this, like I said, chunka guitar part. Simple chord progression. The verse is A flat, B minor, D flat, E flat. And then when I get to the chorus, I thought, well, I'm going to change the order of some of those chords, throw in the F minor. So the chorus, I wanted the guitar to open up, and then it goes to an F minor, D flat, A flat to B flat minor. So kind of that transition from the verse to the chorus sounds like. And then I kind of thought, well, there needs to be a groove behind it. So I actually created my own drum pattern, and the drums in the chorus are the same as in the verse, except in the verse I like EQ'd and filtered them out. So you just get some of the like low mids. So you get kind of this kind of punchy sound thing going on. But I thought it sounded really cool. So that was where the track started. So very simple. And then once I had kind of the guitar and the drums, I started to think about, well, a lot of songs now kind of have like a cool synth pad that kind of adds like this open feeling behind some of the instrumentation, and it just adds like a little bit of electronic flavor to something that sounds more acoustic. So I experimented with that and landed on this synth pad that went underneath of it. And all this time I'm still not really knowing what the song is going to be from like a topic or like a lyric standpoint. It was still just a track at this point, but I was always kind of thinking about taking a plunge. What does that mean? You know, to me it was like you could fall fast, or you could dive fast, or you dive deep, or you fall deep. Plunging is like you're just getting, you know, down, 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 plunging, you know? So I was thinking, what the hell? So I took the plunge, kind of like, well, I decided to do it, was kind of what popped into my head as I'm making this track. Well, halfway through making the track, the dogs started bugging me, and I decided I want to take the dogs outside. So I pushed pause on the track, head outside. It's cold, it's winter here in Minnesota, so I'm standing outside staring at these frozen trees while the dogs are out doing their thing. I was running through my mind, you know, the word plunge. I was thinking about what the hell, so I took the plunge. What the hell? So I took the plunge. And then I wanted to repeat that melody. Da da da, da 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 da. Ended up that your love was mud. So it was that really melody that started that motif. And I wanted to do an AABA melodic structure. So that's kind of where it started. So it started as da da da, da 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 da. So as I'm outside watching the dogs, I'm like, what the hell? So I took the plunge. And I'm thinking, ended up that your love was mud. I was like, ooh, that's cool. So now I have the first melodic motif. So once I took the dogs outside, then I came back in and I whipped up the track again, and I used an electric piano sound, and I started to figure out what that melody was that I had thought of outside. So then what I did, I was just kind of ad-libbing the chorus melody on the electric piano, and I came up with this melody that I was like, wow, that works perfectly with the chords that I chose. And the chords in the verse are almost the same chords that are in the chorus, but I changed the order of them. The song, I think, is in the key of A flat major, and then the chorus starts on the F minor, which is kind of a mode change, if you will, from the chord standpoint. But when I played the melody along with those chords, I was like, wow, that sounds really cool. So once I had that, I had this track, and it kind of, you know, it was one of those things where the melody just alone sounded like it worked. And I think that's one thing that I strive for in my songs a lot, is trying to make it sound complete even if there's no words to it, because I think I can go back and add lyrics to make something sound good and kind of add to the melody, because I think melody is super important when you're writing songs. But once I had the whole melody done, what I did was I decided I was going to live with the track for a day. So I saved an MP3 file, put it on my phone, and I just listened to the piano melody over and over and over again. And then the next day, I got up after listening to the track a lot, and I had the first two lines, right? So I had what the hell, so I took the plunge, ended up that your love was mud. And then I was like, this is a conversation. The singer is talking to someone. So I kind of just sat down with the track and listened to the melody so many times and went line by line and sort of fit what the lyrics were going to be as if it were a conversation. And I kept thinking of, why would I be telling this person this, or why does this matter to the other person, or why does the listener care? And that was my philosophy, you know, line by line, and it ended up being a song that I liked and I could kind of sing it straight through. So I recorded a video of me just singing it along with the track just on my phone, and decided, yeah, I'm gonna upload it. So I uploaded it to the challenge site, and people started commenting on it, and I posted it in my online community. Some people listen to it there as well. You can listen to it there. But then a few days later, I decided I was going to record it for real, and I think it turned out kind of cool. And as I was writing it, the hook, or the last melody line in the chorus kept saying, "I'm the one that you let get away. I'm the one that you let get away." And I was like, that sounds a little too cliche. The one that you let get away is like said a lot. So I decided to change the verb in that. So instead of get, I change it to walk. And it's a slight change, but I thought it's a little bit more original and not quite as cliche. It's still a little bit cliche, but I like it. And I think it works for the song. So it ended up being this song, "The One That You Let Walk Away."
What the hell? So I took the plunge. Ended up that your love was mud. I put up with your whining and gave it a try, and you burned me. Give it up, now you're sounding dumb. Oh, the scars on your heart, they still spell my name. I can tell by the things you say. You already lost me, babe. You already lost me, babe. Oh, you try and you try and you try again. Oh, nothing will change the end. You already lost me. Oh, I'm the one that you let walk away. I settled down, and now we're both adults. Let me go, I think it's gonna help. When you keep trying to keep me, it starts getting creepy, desperate. Close the door, go find someone else. Oh, the scars on your heart, they still spell my name. I can tell by the things you say. You already lost me, babe. You already lost me, babe. Oh, you try and you try and you try again. Oh, nothing will change the end. You already lost me. Oh, I'm the one that you let walk away. Oh, something tells me you're not done. Words will not relight my love. Got nothing left to say, 'cause I'm in another place. Some games you win and this you lose. Go ahead and lick your wounds. I got nothing left to say. Oh, I'm in another place. Oh, the scars on your heart, they still spell my name. I can tell by the things you say. You already lost me, babe. You already lost me, babe. Oh, you try and you try and you try again. Oh, nothing will change the end. You already lost me. Oh, I'm the one that you let walk away. Oh, the scars on your heart, they still spell my name. I can tell by the things you say. You already lost me, babe. You already lost me, babe. Oh, you try and you try and you try again. Oh, nothing will change the end. You already lost me. Oh, I'm the one that you let walk away.
All right, so hopefully that's helpful for all of you, and hopefully that gives you a look inside of how I started with the word plunge and turned it into the song, The One That You Let Walk Away. If you enjoyed this, please hit subscribe. Would love to have you follow along with At Home Songwriting. And don't forget, we have the new online community where you can connect with other songwriters. You can post your music. You can get peer-to-peer feedback. There's going to be exclusive events, exclusive discounts. I do have a new course online called Writing Stronger Songs with Questions. And I think it's deeper than you think. It's not only about using questions in your lyrics, it's about how questions can guide you to write songs much more efficiently and so it makes more sense to your listener. So Writing Stronger Songs with Questions, check it out at homesongwritingcourses.com. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Thanks again. I'm Chad Shank. Hit subscribe. Let's go to the next video and learn more about songwriting. Let's go.